Hi, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette here. So this is a flip through of a deck that I treated myself as a New Year's gift to bring in the new year. Why? Because I've been looking a little bit more into astrology and just trying to learn a bit. So here we go, the Star Tarot. This comes in a really nice magnetic box. I believe this is a Schiffer deck. I think that's what that means. It's the second edition. What do we say here? Stars are full of miracles and magic. Bring the beauty of them into your life and into your heart. And the artwork, I've been eyeing this deck up. People have been showing it all over YouTube. The artwork has just been... I tried to walk away and I'm like, no, and then the artwork just says yes. And I couldn't resist. It was, what can I say, in the sale on New Year's Day and into my basket. So it comes with this very nice book. So let's have a look here. I'm going to try and do the book the right way round for a change. So Path to Self-Discovery and Symbolism. Yep, Schiffer's publishing. So we have dedication, contents page. Foreword from Mary K. Greer. Deck creator struggles slavishly following the images of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck or attempting an entirely new system with fresh designs and meanings. The Star Tarot is clearly rooted in the Golden Dawn correspondences. It does homage to Waite and Smith and to the creators of the Thoth deck, Crowley and Harris. Those who already use these decks will be immediately familiar with the core card meanings. But McKelland has done what few have managed. She has illustrated mostly new scenes for a Golden Dawn based deck that conveys not only meanings of correspondences, but also additional layers of understanding. So the deck is bringing us excitingly fresh scenes painted in rich colours that emphasise humanity's place in nature and the universe. You will also find card descriptions that focus on ways to work with the forces represented by each card. We have the preface there from the designer Kathy McKelland. Author's note on interpretations, and then we have the major arcana, and we have, that's nice, so we have colour, picture, then we have a write-up about the card and the symbolism within the card. So the bold, if you can see that coming up, so the bold are the symbols, and then we have writing about them, which is always really nice when people do that. Gabby Angus West does that with the Bonefire Tarot. So we have the minors here at the back. And these are done in numbers. So instead of suits, it's numbers. So you find your number and then you find your card. There we go. And there's another, let's see, can you see that there? It's another separation page here. The court cards. Let's just have a look a minute. What have we got? So the minors, the courts, majors. Okay, so the courts are separated out in the same format. So what exactly have we got back here then? There's another page there jumping out at me. Twittering on to myself. No, I'm making it up. Oh, I thought there was another content page. So what do we have here? Finding your lifetime birth personality and soul card in the tarot. Well, that's quite nice. You don't get that in books very often, do you? So it gives you the instructions on how to do such things. And then you get the interpretations of the cards specifically for that purpose, rather than using it from the front of the book. So it must be customized slightly. focus. Let's just do just this moment. So you have your lifetime personality symbol, keywords, and we have the astrological and planetary kind of influences here as well. So Venus and Libra. There's your other keywords, you know, standard ones. And then you get a yearly growth symbol. So inner balance, contracts, honesty, cause and effect, finances, legal issues. So we've got karma, paperwork, responsibilities, actions, duality, opposites. So yeah, there we go then. That's the book. And let's take a look at the cards. So I did snap the plastic because I'd seen it. But what I haven't done is looked at the cards. So we have gilding, we have the backs, which is very pretty, and then we have the coloured cards. So let me just break the gilding, otherwise they're all going to stick together as I'm using them. Sorry for those of you shouting at the screen, saying I should have done that before I started. But just proves that I haven't actually looked at them. Sorry, I trained as a graphic designer and worked in the print shops years ago. So I was taught how to, what they call, knock up the reams of paper. That was one of the things we used to do. Okay, let's come in a bit closer. So just to remind you, the colours in this are going to be slightly different from what we're used to seeing, and the images are combining both the RWS and the Thoth systems. I'm not hugely familiar with the Thoth system, other than the fact that I love the colours and the difference of the artwork, which is one of the reasons why this deck was shouting at me. So although we have the Fool here, there's so much more going on in the card, isn't there? So we have the star, we have almost like a high priestess symbol. We've almost got the magician there. Potentially a moon with the pool. Hidden pillars. So yeah, there's a lot of newness in this card, isn't there? Magician. Even though I've broken them, they're not going to separate very well. Okay. And just to note, they are actually quite thick cards, in case you're wondering. High Priestess, this is one of the cards that's been drawing me for the last 12 plus months, everywhere I see this deck. I just think she's stunning. I love the kind of web of weird, or word, you know, W-Y-R-D, that seems to be coming from her head there. The knowledge, the connection, and again, the stars connecting into the universe. I really do like that. We have the Empress. And the Emperor. You can see just the colours are quite stunning. I need to find a new word, and they're still sticking together. Hierophant. That's a nice take on the Hierophant, isn't it? So we have the Labyrinth. And he's exploding knowledge through his crown chakra as well, through into the universe, or into his star chakra. My personal take there. Lovers. Chariot. Flying horses. Okay. Hermit. Again, this is the one on the box, but another beautiful example of one of my favourite cards. The Wheel of Fortune, what a gorgeous burst of colour. Now, I don't know who the people are in the corners, but they could almost represent the 4 pillars, 4 watchtowers, 4 archangels, Justice, the Hanged One, we've got the Kundalini there going up, Death, and with the Phoenix, isn't that beautiful? Here we have Temperance, the Devil. This is very much like a Thoth card with the kind of embryos, if you want to call them there. There's plenty of other names that I have used for that, but we were on film, so we're not using them today. And the Tower. So even in the most catastrophic moments, there is a moment of peace and clarity as well with the bird. Peace, dove of peace. So we have the Star, all the gorgeous butterflies around her. The Moon. Oh, so we have kind of crows here with the crayfish coming out of the water, and the moon faces going up the pillars. There's the Sun. Now, I heard somebody rejoicing about this. No creepy baby. Do have a great solar plexus chakra symbol there, and obviously all the sunflowers. Judgment. That's quite special, isn't it? Big bear in the sky. Or the Big Dipper. Does anyone else still call that the Big Dipper? And the World card. That's beautiful. So much in that one. I love the turtles flying around. Spiral of Life. And then we're on to the Wands suit. So they are plainer than an RWS, but you can see we still have quite a lot of symbols and things going on in here. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. This corner is, I don't know if you can see, but it feels like it's slightly lipped and everything's sticking every time I try and move them. So I'm sure once I get in and shuffle, that will disappear. Five of Wands. That's quite intriguing, isn't it? What's going on there? Like a cloak, invisible cloak almost. Harry Potter cloak. Here we have the Eight of Wands. And 9. So Prince, Knight, Queen and King. We have a cup suit. That's nice, isn't it, with the dolphins? The lotus flower. Got Triskeli there. And well, you probably saw it immediately, but I've kind of missed it really. Are the people become the stems to the goblets almost here. So 4, 5, sorry, just gonna break them out a bit better. 6. Now if you can hear all that weird noise, I don't know if you can, it hopefully isn't picking up, but that is Maximus Prime chewing on his bone outside to keep him quiet. And I do have the door shut. Here's the Nine of Cups. That's a beautiful one, isn't it? I love the lights floating onto the lake there. We have a princess, a knight, queen and king. Pentacles, another gorgeous card. That's nice, isn't it? Five of Pentacles. In fact, let me just put that one down there. Might use that one as a reference to look up in the book. Let's see what the book says. 7, 8. This is the second deck where the Eight of Pentacles has been the spider web. I'm used to the eights being, the webs being in the swords cards. So that's intriguing. 10, very romantic and lovey-dovey. We have our princess, knight, queen and king. Moving into our swords. The images really are beautiful. They do draw you in. I mean, if you have this deck, you have the luxury of spending time doing this. And if you do get this deck again, I'm sure you'll want to take time to do this. In fact, I often think it's not the best idea to do this having not seen the deck properly. It's probably better that I do flip through it for my own sake so I can keep this moving, so I don't take so long for you all when you're all telling me to move on to the next card. So for those who are familiar, those are very much Thoth inspired colours with the cross there. I can't remember, is it the Rosetta that we call it? But yeah, that links into the backs of the cards on there, which also then have symbolism and meaning as well. There we go, 9 of Swords, and there's a spider web in it one. There's our 10. Prince, Knight, Queen, and King. Right, let's come back to this one. So we're looking at the Four of Pentacles. So where's the fours? Four of Pentacles. So for the Four of Pentacles, we have the astrological reference is Mercury in Capricorn for this card. It tells us that 20 to 30 degrees in Capricorn, and it's a cardinal earth sign, Capricorn, that is. It is the third decanate, and it represents wisdom and spirit and idealism. The lunar cycle for this is the balsamic moon. Keywords are finding your personal power and new visions. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, is a magical card, parts between the veil, spirit and matter, signalling a time to go beyond your limitations and the mundane experiences of life to discover and expand your visions into creation. It brings the inner knowing that the cycles of life constantly influence and guide you on the path to your destiny. And there's an awful lot more write-up about it, which I'm not going to read out because we could be here for a very, very long time. It brings stability, structure and security. You are at a place where your organisational abilities and work skills have brought you material wealth. The Four signals desire to withdraw and re-examine foundations and boundaries that you created whilst considering your next step toward new manifestations. When the Four of Pentacles enters, it brings success, stability and security. A job or goal has been completed. So that's interesting, isn't it, for people who don't maybe resonate with that, but the next one is an unstable number or an odd number, whereas the 4 is that stable 4 legs. The next one being the 5 takes you out of stability into slightly unstable, even territory. So we have on here the stone portal. Symbols of the elements are carved into the portal. Fire for spirit, water for emotion, air for mind, earth for physical, symbolizing an alchemical balance. We also have the waning crescent moon sits at the top of the portal, symbolizing pause in time to gather information for future goals. So we have that one there. We have the swan, symbolizing grace and power, self-transformation and trust in spirit. The dragonfly is the portal bug and the guardian of the portal. So he's here. And we have the sun, symbolizing the eternal divine. So there's a little glimpse into how the book explains the cards. So I hope that you have enjoyed that if you don't have this deck. And maybe that I've even tempted you to get it if you've been on the fence about it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.